So hockey, off the top. Well, you got to tell me that Kevin Klubscher called this a week ago that Lindy Ruff was going to be the new head coach of the Buffalo Sabres.
It's weird. I was in that chair. Duffy was in that chair. And Kevin Klubscher was in this chair. And he basically said, yeah, Lindy Ruff, I can see him coming back. Yep, it's probably going to happen. I'm like, Lindy Ruff? I'm like, all right, Kevin, I'll ride with you on this one. This is the way it kind of goes. But let me make one sort of thought on this. And I thought about this for a second. I'm like, isn't this the right move for the Sabres to get everybody sort of comfortable and feeling good? Hey, remember when we were 15 years and we had a coach in here and everybody loved them and they went to the playoffs and we haven't been back there since. So let's bring him back. I guess
that's
for
not
you
a winning formula in a general sense.
But that was my number one question. I'm like, I know everybody loves him, and Kevin raved about him. He's a great guy, and everybody in Buffalo loves him. But can he coach, Pat?
I love the idea of Lindy Ruff. I love Lindy Ruff. I always love Lindy Ruff.
Here we go.
I don't know if I like this idea. So there's three things that bother me. One, as a head coach, the last 8 seasons he's been coaching with Dallas and New Jersey, he's only made the playoffs 3 out of 8 years, which is way better than the Sabres, but not something you're looking for in hiring a head coach. He led the Devils to, I believe, their highest point total last year as a head coach. But when his assistant coach left for a different job, that point total went backwards, but he also had major injuries and goaltending problems. The thing that scares me the most, and again, I love Lindy Ruff. I love Lindy Ruff. The success he had in Buffalo also came with having the greatest goalie on the planet at the time twice, in Dominik Hasek, arguably the greatest goalie of all time in the history of hockey, and Ryan Miller, arguably the greatest American goalie of all time. We don't have that right now with Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. I want to believe in this. I want Lindy to be successful. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel because I'm kind of with you. Like, winning formula is not hiring back the guy that you fired because it wasn't going well in the first place.
The first thing I thought of was when Marv Levy had his second go-around with the Bills. And it was like, and I see almost a similar situation. It's the ownership has become so exasperated with the lack of success of this team that it says, look, I don't want to put somebody in there that I can just trust and just stop thinking about it.
It is the same thing. And the reason why, it's the feel-good moment. How many times did you say, I love Lindy Ruff? I love Lindy Ruff.
Yeah.
It's the feel-good of loving the coach and perhaps loving the team again that he plans to bring back. And the success hopefully comes with that. We do this all the time in sports. We love something so much, we want the ex-player to be the next great coach of the same team.
You mean like
we
Phil
love.
Housley, which was a disaster for the Buffalo Sabres?
We do it all the time.
Okay, but it doesn't mean that it's a good idea. And, you say this is like Marv Levy. No, the Sabres, Terry Pegula, has done this exact thing. Ted Nolan, who was the head coach right before Lindy got the job in Buffalo, they hired him back after they hired him as the head coach of the Rochester Americans. Like, it's weird. There are 32 NHL coaching jobs, and I believe there's a law that says you can only pick from 40 men that exist on the planet to give one of those jobs.
That and the fact that the turnover rate, I mean, oh God, all of the sports have got turnover rate, but hockey coaches, like, tomorrow.
I just said it. Lindy Ruff, last season, led the Devils to the greatest point total they've ever had in their franchise's history, and by the middle of the next year, he had lost his job.